Okay guys, welcome back to Direwolf 20's Let's Play featuring Industrial Craft, Buildcraft, and Equivalent Exchange. This is episode 21, and there's a couple things I want to get to today. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is build another reactor chamber. Now, I'm not going to dedicate this entire episode to nuclear reactors like I did in my last few episodes. I need some more refined iron. I'm not going to have an entire episode here built around nuclear reactors, but I am going to do one more thing with them and then move on to something else, I think Buildcraft related. So, let's grab these advanced alloys I have from before. I'm going to need this integrated reactor plating, and I'm going to need 4 more advanced alloys. So if those guys cook, let me go grab some more refined iron here. And there's a couple other things I want to show you too. Real quick, while I'm waiting for these compressors to run, I did go ahead and download Xeno from the Equivalent Exchange mod. Did recently build a add-on to Industrial Craft, which basically adds some recipes for Equivalent Exchange specific to Buildcraft, or specific to Industrial Craft. So as you can see, there's ways to create sticky resin using slime balls. There's ways to create rubber wood from rubber tree saplings and vice versa, rubber tree saplings from rubber wood, slime balls. Seem to have a lot to do with rubber. You can also directly convert iron ingots and a piece of coal into refined iron. And if you think about it, it's just a quicker way of doing this. You could throw, 7 refined iron in a piece of coal and get refined iron in a regular furnace, so it's just a quicker way to do it. And there's a couple other recipes that just kind of merge the two mods together. There's ways to convert copper into tin, and vice versa. There's tin into copper recipes. There's iron recipes. And something that I particularly love him for creating is a way to take copper bars and tin bars and turn them directly into bronze. Because it was always a nuisance to macerate your ores and then combine the dusts and then have to recook them. So that's kind of a nice thing. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. And while I was babbling on there, looks like I've got a couple things built. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a machine here. Now, back to nuclear engineering. If you're confused with nuclear engineering as much as I am, you can go to the Industrial Craft forums. There's a whole forum dedicated to nuclear engineering where a bunch of people have already begun placing their reactor designs in the forum. And there's, like I said in the last episode, several types of reactors. There's the Mark I reactor, the Mark II, the Mark III, and all that cool stuff. So those kind of determine how long a reactor can run without an issue. You know what, this guy is not going to be happy because he has damage. So let me build another one of those guys real quick. Of course I'm going to need more advanced alloys. So, yeah, you can't put something with heat damage in a recipe. It's obviously not going to work, as you would probably expect. So, while that's cooking, I might as well make myself an advanced circuit. Now, if you do look at those forum posts, you can see that, efficient reactors really do use a lot of resources. I'm talking a lot. You're going to need, like, 30-some of these things, and, like, a handful of these, and, like, 50 some of those coolant things. I mean, it's crazy how many resources you can use, but then again, it's obviously a crazy amount of energy that you can create out of it. So, that's cool. I do need some more coolant cells. Where did I put all my coolant cells? Did I leave them somewhere? Did I use them to create stuff? Now I'm not going to fill up this nuclear reactor out here. with stuff. Let's see. Yeah, let me steal a couple of them. I'm just going to build another chamber. So let's see, was this it? And some copper, right? There we go. I need another one of you guys. Okay. So I do want to just have a reactor like so. And I will at some point in the near future fill this guy up, but as you can see it does require a lot of stuff. I'm not turning it on, so don't worry, I'm not going to blow anything up by doing this. I'm just putting my stuff in here that I don't need right now. So that's enough with nuclear reactors. I think it's time to move on to something else that's cool, and I will be back shortly to do it. Okay, I've had a couple people who want me to build a quarry. Quarries are a build craft item, and it basically lets you dig out a huge block of area, all in one kind of automated go. I kind of like the industrial craft miner, but there's also a mining well in buildcraft, and let's build one of those guys now. And the mining well is not a terribly complex machine. Good with ingredients now, I think. Let's just grab a few more iron here, and I'm going to need a few more sticks. So first, I need an iron gear. Second, I need an iron pickaxe. And then I need to take my pickaxe, iron gear, redstone, and some iron ingots. So once again, a buildcraft item, so it's not using refined iron, and that's your mining well. Hook that up to a coal or oil-based machine and engine, and you will pretty much dig a hole straight down. The mining machine that comes with industrial craft will actively seek ore. The mining well just goes straight down vertically and pops out whatever it gets. Very straightforward, obviously very cheap to make. The reason I built that is to show you what that's involved. Now let's build a quarry. A quarry is slightly more expensive, and I am really exaggerating the word slightly there. I hope I even have all the components to make it. So let's see. In total, I'm going to need 7 gears. So and I need 3 of them to be iron. Well, actually, I need to upgrade all of them like that. Okay. I need 2 of them to become gold gears. I know, I put 4 in there, don't worry. And I need 2 of them to be diamond gears. A little expensive, but a really cool machine that I'll never ever have to build again unless I want to run 2 at once. One more ingredient I need. Boy, more wood. Do I even have wood? Goodness, I don't have wood. I need to go get some. Okay, that's much better. Went out, got some cool stuff. And let me jump off all this miscellaneous junk. Alright, so where was I? That's right, I was building. The last component here is a diamond pickaxe. Okay, that's the base of your quarry. We build this guy like this, these guys here, and these guys here. Quarry, much nicer than a mining well. Remember, mining well is going to mine straight down, and that's it. Just anything below it, it pulls up, period. Conversation over, nothing more. Do I have, I believe I have at least one, because I was using it for my house building, combustion engine. I'm going to build 2 more of these guys. So let's do that real fast. I'm going to need guys. And it's really getting to the point where I need to get some more resources. I actually need 4 wooden gears. Turn them into stone, turn them into iron. And I'm going to need some glass. And that should do it. Two more combustion engines. Excellent. Okay. And I'm going to need a redstone torch, or 3. And I'm going to grab my landmarks. Nice. What the heck, grab a few more of those guys and put away my resources. Really time for me to go mining, and that's exactly what I'm about to do. Okay, I'm also going to grab some buckets. And you'll see what this is for in a moment. As soon as I go take a nap. Okay? So, I'm gonna head out my house here. I'll go out my back door. And go off in this direction. Let's see. There we go. Remember, a while back I found this oil spawn? Well, time to take advantage of it. And I'm going to scoop up the oil with my buckets here. That's right, I need a lot. Oh no, I'm out of oil. Well, I'm not really. It just appears that way. First off, there's a bunch of oil here, and if I go walking around in it, I might find that there's a bit that goes down. I guess not. Let's see what's over here. Does this go down? I don't know. I'm gonna have to explore these things in a moment here. Now let's head back to our house. I'm leaving that portal up because I'm going to use it in a moment. And we'll head out in this general direction. This is where I went and cleared out a land a little bit ago in preparation for what I'm going to show you guys. So let me reorient my inventory here. Okay, that looks good to me. Now, if you were to place a quarry down just on its own, it has a default building size. This is the area that's going to be mined out below this yellow tape here. So everything inside this box is going to get mined. However, you don't have to do that. If you really want to, you can lay down landmarks. You guys saw these when I was doing templates and all this other cool stuff. Let's say I want a quarry that's this big. How cool is that? Okay. Now we can activate these guys. Drop down our quarry thingy, and it pops off our landmarks, so we can go pick them all back up. Not like they're too expensive or anything, so there we go. Alright, so now, once I activate this quarry, it's going to build. How do we activate it? With our engines. 1, 2, 3. Engines will power the unit next to them, including other engines. So this engine is going to be producing energy and pumping it straight in here. This middle engine will be pushing energy to the left, which will then get pushed over here. And this third engine will be pushed over here. You can make this as long as you want. You can have it on both sides. I personally found that engines tend to work best with about 3. Okay, so let's put up our portal here. Now the first thing I want to do is pump some oil in here. buckets in there, and you can see that these guys, you know, oil buckets don't fill up this engine particularly a lot. I'm going to pop it back to my base for a moment, and I need some cobblestone pipe, and I'd like an alchemical chest. Why? Well, I've got one of these cool little items here, Gem of Eternal Density, and I can basically make it so that every item that gets pumped out of the ground automatically gets converted into diamond, be it stone, dirt, whatever. It's all going to compress down eventually to diamond. So why don't I build another alchemical chest? Hang on a moment. Okay, so I built myself another alchemical chest there. Very cool. Now I want to build another one of those awesome items that I showed you guys earlier, the Gem of Eternal Density. Now you might be saying to yourself, why are you going to build another one, Dyer? Well, if that thing was crazy expensive, you used like 108 diamonds to make that thing, you have one sitting elsewhere, why don't you just use the same one you've got? Well, Zeno was really nice to us, the creator of Equivalent Exchange, and he set it up so that once you've built an item once, you don't have to spend an absurd amount of resources to build it again. Unfortunately, I don't have everything I need to build it. So why don't I go get those resources real quick by doing this. Okay, just wanted to quickly get a few pieces of obsidian here. As you noticed, I'm really low on resources. I've got to go mining. So, he lets us take our existing Gem of Eternal Density, and this is the recipe to build another one. 2 diamonds is all that's needed, and a couple of obsidian gives us another Gem of Eternal Density, and we get to keep the original. So, now I've got 2 of those awesome little toys. Let's charge this one back up, and put it back in this box, which is what I pretty much have been using to compress things inside my house. Now I'm going to take this Gem of Eternal Density, and wire up some cobblestone pipes. We don't need wooden pipes here because the quarry is designed to output items directly. So it's not a storage device. It's not holding on to the items. There's no spot here to put items into. So that's why we don't need a wooden pipe. Hook it up to this guy. Put my Gem of Eternal Density in, and turn on these engines, which I'll do right after taking a quick nap. There we go. So, activate the engines, which I could, if I wanted to be fun, run redstone wire too, but what the hey, why bother? So engines are cooking, and look in the background here. It's going to build the foundation. You guys want to see that in fast forward? Sure, why not? Okay, all done. So, once the foundation is built there, it creates a mining drill automatically, and it goes down into the ground. Now, the more pumps you have here, the faster this is going to go, but like I said, about 3 engines is ideal, as far as I could tell. And you can see it mining happily away, and everything that it mines goes straight into my chest. You can see how quickly it's pulling items out of the ground, and it's going to pick up some speed as these pumps build up energy. So look how quickly it's going. You're not going to get much faster than that if you put more pumps in. And you can already see my gem of eternal density turning dirt into clay and clay into cobblestone. Cool. And the cobblestone is going to get changed into redstone and all the way up to diamond. So, this machine's going happily along, but we have a problem. These combustion engines are reliant upon oil, and it's already used up a bit of the oil that I put in there, and it's not going to get very far before it runs out. See, look, there's the redstone. So, how can we remedy that? Well, let's take a look into how we're going to fix this. We're going to fix this by doing something called pumps and oil storage device, which are both available with BuildCraft. However, they're a little bit complicated to get into. Not terribly, but enough that it's going to take more than a few more minutes. And it looks like I'm hitting about that 20 to 25 minute zone where I like to stop making a video. So you guys are going to have to wait until the next episode when I build some devices to help with my oil production. So, I will see you guys all next time. Hope you enjoyed episode 21, and I hope you're looking forward to episode 22.